Today I am getting closer to when I am due to go away, so I start to look at what I've got in my fridge, what I've got in my like fresh veg storage, and work out how I'm going to make sure that everything gets used or properly stored before I go away, because I don't like food waste at all. If I've got way too much of a particular vegetable, I will blanch it and put it in the freezer. And I've done videos before about how I blanch vegetables. It's really easy. It's chop everything up, 5 minutes in boiling water, plunge it into cold water. When it's cold, bag it and stick it in the freezer. And you'll end up with vegetables that come out the freezer quite well. It's not perfect. You'll always get a little bit of degradation in the vegetables, but because they've been frozen. It's not like doing it at a factory where they probably flash freeze everything really quickly, but it's good enough. I mean, it means that I get to store a lot more veg, and it's fine for things like, you know, stir fries and baking and all that kind of thing. So today I am going to go through everything. I need to have a look at what vegetables I've got. I've got quite a lot, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a big casserole out of everything, a nice winter nice stock and a winter casserole that will do me very well for lunches for the next few days. And then anything that's left over from that I will put in little Tupperware boxes that I've got, and I will put in the freezer. And then I have instant meals. This is particularly good for when I get back, because I tend to get back say late afternoon, and I'm not going to go down to the shops and buy food. I'd much rather be able to grab something out the freezer that's ready done, like a Tupperware box of casserole. I can defrost it in time, and then dinner is sorted. So that's brilliant. So yeah, so I'm going to go through everything. I know I have plenty to make a really big casserole, and then I just need to make sure that I'm holding back enough for tea, because I tend to do my main meal is lunchtime, my smaller meal is in the evening, but it tends to be, what I tend to do is make too much for lunch and then hold a bit back for dinner. That's fine for me. So it'll often be like a smaller amount of stir fry with a bit of bread on the side or something like that. I don't want for much in the world, I've got to be honest with you, and this is really good for my eating style, because I'm a bit of a foodie and I will just eat. So if I have what I need there, then I won't eat any more. So let's have a look at what I've got. We have quite a good selection of vegetables. As you can see, we have some potato here. We've got a whole Swede. I bought this the other day, and I've been holding on to this especially for this, because these are great. We have some carrots. What else have we got? Spring onions. And I'm going to chop all of this up together, and then it's going to go into the casserole dish with some stock cube. I'm going to put in, I haven't decided, I might put in a tin of butter beans or maybe chickpeas. I have quite a few tins of chickpeas in the cupboard, so I might stick one of those in. Yeah, a stock cube, chickpeas raw. Maybe I'll add a handful of lentils or oats as well. It's whatever bulks it up into a really nice tasty meal. So I'll show you a bit of that process, and then food is done for the next few days, and it means minimalist cooking as well, which is great, because I have a few busy days coming up where I could do with not spending the extra time cooking. So let's have a look at what we've got. I'm going to use my biggest saucepan. Here it is. We're going to fill this up with veggies and then decide how much water we're going to need, because I tend to fill it with water up to the 3/4 line where the veg is, so the top of the veg is sticking out, and then the veg will break down into the water, and then you can just let it boil until it reduces a bit. Pulled out my tin of chickpeas. This is a yellow sticker from, it was either early, probably early this year, 25p, can't go wrong with that. So we're going to have that. We're going to have Here's our stock cube, just an own brand. This is I think a chicken flavoured one. I'm not putting any meat into this casserole. I said before that I might, but I'm not going to, because I just don't fancy it. Don't want to save the money. I'm going to put a couple of handfuls of red lentils just to oomph it up. I know I've already got the chickpeas, but we're going for full-on winter cooking here. And I still have my spring onions, which I've had in water, and as you can see, I've been using them and they're growing pretty well. I still have lots of those. I think I'm going to have some of these over, so I'm going to chop these and put them in the freezer before I go away, so that I've got the spring onions always available when I get back. So we're going to put in a few of these, because we have plenty to work with. I also have lots of mushrooms over, but I think I'm going to hang on to those because I have the evening meals, so I might do stir fry and use up the mushrooms. I've got a punnet of mushrooms left. I have courgettes, which I don't have a lot of courgette left. Let me have a look. Yeah, I have one courgette, half a punnet of mushrooms over, and another, about a third of another broccoli. So I'm going to save those so that I have evening meals, and then that should balance everything out really nicely. So let's get chopping. I've run out of room for my vegetables, so I'm going to steal the base of my pressure cooker, which is basically bigger. Now I'll have space for the broccoli. Here is a proper winter warmer. Look at that. You can add extra flavours if you want to. I always put a little bit of like sugar or syrup. It just brings out the flavours a little bit more. But you can add whatever you want. If there are certain herbs that you really want to add, other veg, just throw everything in. This is an all-in-one meal and it really is good. It's so warm. Enjoy.